Today we'll be talking about inspecting steering system control from the operating station. The hazards and precautions associated with this task are general, and your typical PPE will be suffice for conducting this portion of the exam. So the next thing we'll be doing is verifying the presence of the steering gear instructions and diagram. Posted on the pilot house, there should be the instructions for controlling the steering gear system as well as a line diagram. Here you can see that they're posted right at the operating station for the operator to examine and review. So the next thing we're going to do is verify the operation and illumination of the rudder angle indicator. In order to do this, you can have one of the crew members move the ship's tiller or helm to a desired degree, and you can verify that by looking at the rudder angle indicator and seeing that the two match. Next thing we're going to do is verify the operation of the steering system in both follow-up and non-follow-up mode. So at the pilot house, we have a tiller here for the follow-up mode and then a knob here for a non-follow-up mode. There's a selector switch on the bridge in order to switch from follow-up to non-follow-up, and we also have a pump selector switch to use the number 1 steering pump or the number 2 steering pump. Have the crew conduct an operational test, use both pumps in both modes, and verify both directions of the rudder. So the next thing we're going to be doing is verifying the operation of emergency steering equipment upon loss or failure of power. So in the event that the vessel lost power, the hydraulic steering pumps would also lose power, and we'd receive an alarm up here on the bridge indicating that. After the emergency generator kicked on, we'd regain supply of power to the hydraulic steering pumps. So the next thing we'll be doing is verifying the operation of alarms for the steering system. So the steering system should have at least two alarms, one of which should be the power failure alarm, and the other of which should be a hydraulic oil low-level alarm. In order to conduct these tests, you should have one of the crew members follow their shipboard procedures in order to test these alarms. The next thing we're going to do is verify the visual means to indicate the operation of the power units. So I'm here at the operating station, and as you can see, there's a light indicating that the number 2 hydraulic pump is running. If I switch this over, you can see that the number 1 hydraulic pump light has now come on. In summary, when inspecting the steering system control at the operating station, you need to identify hazards and cautions, or PPE, verify the presence of steering gear instructions and diagrams, verify the operation and illumination of rudder angle indicators, verify the operation of follow-up and non-follow-up mode at all steering stations, verify the operation of emergency steering equipment upon loss or failure of power, verify the operation of the required steering system alarms, and verify visual means to indicate the operation of the power units. If you have any further questions, contact your local verifying officer.